Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm exhausted to be here today. I've been spending all my time this morning going through the numbers and matching it with my bank account. It's actually $1 off or so, just $1 and a few pennies or something like that. But that doesn't matter. I can go ahead and match what my bank account is. We are actually closing out the monthly budget for June. Hopefully I won't get June and July mixed up when I talk, because I'm going to be talking a little bit about both because they kind of tie in together. But I am closing out the weekly check-in here on June 29th. Reason being is I have a paycheck coming on June 30th. It's a magic month for us. It doesn't go to anything. Most of that's going to go to savings. I'll have like 2 bills and a tithing, and that's it. So the rest of it will go into savings. So we'll look at that. So we're going to do the weekly check-in. We're going to close out Paycheck 3. And Paycheck 4 is already set up. It's just a one whole day. We're going to do that. And we're going to close out. And I have a reminder sticker here that I need to balance forward the tithing from this paycheck to July, because on the Sunday of July, this tithing will come out. So we get paid in one month and then we pay our tithing in the next month. So that's kind of how that's working out. And I will have the actual numbers of what we are saving for the month of June. I think I got all that right. So a lot happening. I'm just closing out the monthly budget and all the paychecks and all the things. I've decided that the 29th, 30th, going into the 1st of July, will all any spending today and tomorrow, which is the 29th and 30th, will go on the 1st of July. I don't anticipate spending money today. I might run out and get some milk, or I might wait till tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. But other than that, I don't have any other spending for today. And then Friday there is spending, but that it's always a Friday. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So go ahead and stick around for this video, see how the numbers turn out, and see how much I saved for the month of June. And is it more than what I spent earlier back in April? If you have been following me, you know I left some charges on our credit card and then got so anxious I had to pay it off with savings. Now I'm taking the money from Paycheck 4 that I intended to pay the credit card, which is now in savings. Now I'm replenishing what I did in savings. Is it more than the $1,800 I spent back then? So I definitely owe savings $1,800. And let's see if I was able to save more than $1,800 from the paycheck, so that we get a little more than what we spent. So there we go. I will be right back. Okay, here is my calendar for my spending for the month of June. Lots of white space here, but mainly because I'm pushing some of it into July, but really not too bad as far as spending. I think we really did good in the numbers. I am over budget for the entire month in a couple categories by a little bit of money, not a lot. And I gave myself extra money because I knew it was going May, June, July, and August are always a little more spendier because of the warmer weather and activities and wanting to buy things than it is in, let's say, the fall or the winter months, where we're just kind of snuggled in and keeping warm. So here I have the last week of June. I can't believe Saturday is the 1st of July. Next week is the 4th of July here in the States, and so excited. A little disappointed it's going to be rainy, and I don't really want to be out in the weather for fireworks if it's going to rain. And this is the one time of year I actually miss our old house, because when they did fireworks, we could just walk into our backyard and see the city park fireworks from our backyard. So that kind of stinks, but that's okay. So we are going to go ahead and zoom in. I have my key over here, which tells me what grocery household is pink. Or peach color. Restaurants are this blue color. Miscellaneous is green, a mint green color. Orange is gasoline. Copay is this purple. And unbudgeted. This month with Copay, I had a lot of supplements that I wanted to get. that I typically get now for just getting older and things to help and be a little healthier. I used copay to pay for that, even though it's not a copay, it's just something I bought for myself. So not everything here is exactly a medical purchase like a prescription. And that's typically what copay is. It's a prescription, or it's a fee for the appointment we had. So now that we have all that said, I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in so you can see this actual spending. We're going to go through the numbers, and then we're going to then go to Paycheck 3, close that out, and do all the other numbers. So let's get started. Per usual, I have everything written down on my notepad here, and we're going to check off as we go and see how much we spent based on these numbers. So my first category is always grocery household, and I have two here, one for $55.11 and $101.36. Two different purchases on the same day. I think I went shopping. These are groceries and household stuff. This is counted as grocery and household stuff, but my husband was shopping with me, so he just bought it separately. I was like, okay, whatever. And so that's actually one day. And then I have $88.43, which was a Walmart pickup, mainly because we had a big storm here and lost power. And one of our grocery stores, the Meijer one that I usually go to, lost power longer than others, we heard. And so they really didn't have like the refrigeration, and they lost a lot of their products that are refrigerated. So I want to stay away from there just to make sure we don't get sick or anything and nothing slips through the cracks as far as products. I'm going to give it about a week or so. If I do buy from Meijer this week, it'd probably be more along the lines of dry goods and no meats, no refrigerated stuff. And I'll go to Walmart for the rest of it. Or I'll just get it all at Walmart. I haven't decided yet. So there you go. But from what I understand, Walmart didn't lose their refrigeration, so we're good there. I do have other grocery stores other than these two, but these are my go-to. I prefer these more than anything. Okay, so I'm going to total up grocery household. All right, so I have here $244.90. There we go. I'll make sure I have the right number, and that is correct. I have it written on the back. Like I said, I was doing all the math earlier today. Okay, now we're going to check off the restaurants. There was only 2 restaurants this week, which was Papa John's. Somehow I reordered what I ordered for the birthday party, so it was a lot more pizza than we needed, but the extra pizza we just ate for lunches for the next few days, so that was not a big deal. And then my husband and I went out to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's just really close to where we're at, and we're used to that location. So those are the only eating out, which I'm very happy with. That was $75.27 and $55.07. We try to tip generously, and my husband usually gets a couple drinks when we go out to eat. So $130.34 is what we spent in restaurants. Miscellaneous here. Let's see. Check these off. Okay. Miscellaneous. So I bought something on Etsy that was a digital. I'm making my own stickers. My husband has On Call, where he carries a cell phone from work, and they can call day or night if there's a problem. And so he is on call. And so I wanted to get this little cell phone icon, other than a telephone, like the old-fashioned telephones. I wanted one that looked like a cell phone, so it would look separate and different and say on call with it. And I haven't printed and cut those stickers, but I will be soon. He's not on call right now, so we're good. But I keep forgetting, and kind of interferes with plans because he can't travel too far from home or work, just because he may actually physically have to go in, not just remote with a laptop to go in. So there's that. And then I also had the first, if you remember earlier, I had all these charges with Amazon where I bought all my guys in my house. I have 3 men in my house, my husband and 2 sons, and they all needed shorts, and they all got 3 pairs of shorts. Well, this is 8 of the 9 pairs of shorts that were purchased. The first pair I bought, I made everyone try on, and I did that 7-day trial to see if that's what we wanted, and then it was charged later. So here's the later charge for that. And I just put it under miscellaneous, and luckily they all fit my guys and they're happy. So I'm happy, they're happy, we're all happy. They have shorts now. Gasoline was $41.61. My husband got gas. I don't drive a whole lot right now. We haven't been visiting other families, so we haven't gone very many places except for church or grocery store. And so, you know, I haven't spent much gas, and I'm still pretty good. I think I'm half tank right now. Oh, and I did not total our miscellaneous. Give me a second here. Whew. There we go. So the miscellaneous $318 plus the $34.97. That gives me $38.15. There we go. All right. I do have unbudgeted. My husband went in, as far as car maintenance, I don't have a car maintenance category sinking fund. I really should, but I usually throw it into miscellaneous, but I already spent all my miscellaneous, so it went unbudgeted. I just took out of the buffer checking account. So my husband got an oil change and some other work done on his Jeep, and that's what that cost was. And then I did have one bill that came out. I'm just going ahead and flip here. That went to the credit card. We did not see Dr. Odell this day. It's a chiropractor, but we did get the HelloFresh charge this morning. So that's the only bill that has come out. This will be paid here on the 30th, and I'll show you that when I do my paycheck closeout. So that is the $69.93, not $99. I don't know why I do that. For the bills, and then the copay. So copay actually starts over here, and this is a Myers copay. So this is a prescription, $13.18. I can't remember if it was me or my son's, but regardless, it was a little prescription. And then here we had Amazon for $72.09. I bought supplements, 3 or 4 supplements from there. And then I also use, because I have neuropathy, and magnesium lotion really helps with some of the sensations. So that helps. I got 2 bottles of that, so it kind of bumped the price up to like $24. But plus the other supplements. And supplements go from $10, $20, $30, $40, sometimes $50, depending on what you're getting. So there's that one. I decided to take out of copay because it was health related. I don't normally do that, so I'm just trying it for this month. And then another Amazon supplement I forgot on this day came out here. And then I went to Myers and picked up my medications for, and this is actually a copay for prescriptions. So I got some prescriptions. It was $22.33. Both of them were like 3-month supplies, so that's why it was that price. So there we go. Now that I have everything listed, I need to total up this amount right here. Not too bad as far as spending, I think. I think we did pretty good. I just know warmer weather triggers spending, and it's just a thing. There you go. So I'm going to total this up. I'll be right back. All right, so I spent $131.96, and while I'm over here, I'm going to go ahead and total. Well, I don't know why I'm moving this. I'm going to go ahead and total up all these numbers to know how much I need to pay back the credit card, because every one of these purchases went on our credit card. I pay my credit card off weekly, and especially by the end of the month, I want a 0 balance. I don't want to keep carrying over a balance, because when you are getting yourself to a point where you're disciplining yourself to have a 0 balance, anxiety does come up, and it's a healthy anxiety to get it paid off. It makes you think more. It makes you analyze your spending or your whatever your habits are, and you kind of learn to rein them in and maybe slow them down or spread them out over time instead of buying everything now and thinking I'll just deal with it later, because later actually never comes. It's always now, and now is always now, and later is never now. So there you go. I think there's a skit on that somewhere, I'm sure. But that just kind of popped in my head there. Very weird. All right, grocery household, $244.90 plus $130.34 plus $38.15 plus $41.61 plus $144.11 plus $69.93 plus $131.96. Okay, what do I have? I'm a penny off somewhere because I know that's not the amount. I'm gonna throw that penny in there. This is what it actually was on the credit card. Somewhere I missed a penny. I might have missed that one. I don't know. But the total is $801.00, which I thought was very interesting this morning to pay the credit card. I've actually already made this payment. It is done. And yeah, so there's the credit card payment. And now that I know what that amount is, and I've gotten all this, I can figure out what my checking account is going to look like. So everything you see here, whether it's put on the credit card or it comes directly out of the checking account is the only thing that I use to take care of it. So all income goes into the checking account, and from the checking account, it gets redispersed back out. And so it is very important that we do this. I got lucky this time around. I would have been over budget, but we had a refund check come in, and that's covering part of what the spending is. So it's not necessarily the spending categories, but the unbudgeted that's really kind of throwing me off. Weekly check-in, we're going to go ahead and take care of that. Oops. And go ahead and put these numbers in. Now, I only track some of these. I don't track gas or copay. Obviously, I put bills on the front of the calendar in the beginning of the month. So let's go ahead and put these numbers down and see if I stayed within budget, what I hope to have spent or less, what I budgeted for the month. And I know that didn't happen. So I have my grocery household, now my restaurants, and the miscellaneous. And I like to keep an eye on our unbudgeted. So this all kind of came out of the checking account, either the buffer of the checking account or planned spending of what I budgeted. And it looks like a lot of the unbudgeted actually just came out of the buffer and was helped by an extra income source that came in. So let's look at this. And skip that there and bring this down. There we go. Now we can see the numbers a little bit. All right, I have 275.35 minus 244.90. I did fine with the grocery household. I stayed within the $1,500 budget I gave myself, and we are good there. I did pay that already. I did go over budget in the restaurants, 125.89 minus 130.34, and that gave me a negative 445, which is not too bad. $4.45 is not too bad. I paid that. That doesn't look like a 4. My 4s and 9s kind of run together. It's crazy. Then I had $30.96 minus $38.15, which gave me a negative $7.19. And obviously I'm pretty much negative across the board. Grocery household is the only one I wasn't negative in. unbudgeted is always negative because it's not planned. And there you go. And so I did okay. I mean, this $30 covered these two, but that definitely wasn't covered. Let's see. My gasoline here was $103.64 by the time I was done for this month. So I over budgeted for the month in case we were going to travel by $100. And then copay, I had 28 cents. So I didn't go over there. This is something totally different, just me making notes. So yeah, overall, not bad, not great, but not bad. And I think the budget, I don't know why I opened that, could be better. So moving on to Paycheck 3. So what happened in Paycheck 3? Well, a lot happened in Paycheck 3. When we closed on our house last year in August and moved to Kentucky from Virginia, we had paid, I guess, our homeowner's insurance with Geico, whatever their homeowner's insurance is, and we were owed money. Well, I didn't know that until like earlier this year, I guess about March time frame, because it was starting to get warm. And so I asked them to go ahead and send the refund, close that account, and it never came. Apparently they might have sent it to the old address and it may have gotten thrown away or whatever. So they stopped payment on that check. Last month I discovered that we still hadn't got it. I was reminded randomly that was there, and it's not. And so I called them up again. I said, can you reissue the check? We didn't get it. I don't know what's going on. Do you have the right address? And so we finally got it. It was $927 that they owed us. So there you go. Nice little cushion right there. Kind of saved us from dipping into savings. I wish we could have kept all of that, but that's not what's left over in this budget area. So kind of stinks. And then we had a plumber come out and fix a leak that we had in the basement, and that was tied to our outdoor spigots where you hook up the hose outside. And he fixed that. That was $327.50 for the parts and labor and all that good stuff. And then, so now I have, let me see, do I have written down the totals here? Oh, I do. So I have a sticky note here. This time I didn't have enough room to write off 6 of my categories, so I just gave myself one lump sum for all my categories, and that's what the $1,400 is. We're going to go ahead and write down the total for all 6 categories of what I actually spent for the month of June, or for Paycheck 3 in the month of June, and then we're going to go ahead and run the numbers for the budget. So everything here, I didn't have one Dr. Odell, so I brought that from 140 back down to 70, and then I made an adjustment here. This is what we thought we would be over budget for. When I planned everything, this number is irrelevant now, so I'm going to throw that away. And then over here, the plumber, where I transfer money from a house maintenance fund from our sinking funds, put it here in checking because we wrote a check for the guy. And then, so when the check cleared, the money was already sitting in there and it didn't affect the rest of the budget, which is why we all love sinking funds so much. It's a little savings put aside, holding place, whatever, and we got that taken care of. These bills came out like normal. My husband got his personal money for the month, and now we just got to figure out the spending. So here is what we did for the spending. We had $708.24 for grocery household in total for Paycheck 3, $262.95 for restaurants, $133.40 for miscellaneous, $41.60, that one gas charge you saw this past week. For gas, copay was $143.85, which included supplements and things like that that we needed to take care of ourselves. And unbudgeted total for Paycheck 3 was $401.11, which probably was paid by most of that, $927. So yeah, but for the checking account taken care of. So, but the total is $1,691.16 in total was paid either out of the checking account or to the credit card for spending categories. Oh, there's a mouthful right there. So now we need to come up with the totals. And I need my actuals here for my variable, and I need my total for Paycheck 3. So let's go ahead and total these up, and I'll be right back. All right, so here at the top we have $4,108.27. I'm going to go ahead and total this variable real quick because I already have my fixed, and then we'll go back and find out how much is left over. So I'll be right back. Sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I... All right, so we have here $2,463.51 total for variable expenses. Now I'm going to take the original, or what our actual Paycheck 3 income for the entire paycheck period was $4,108.27. I'm going to subtract the $1,017.48, and then I'm going to subtract the $2,463.51. That is going to give me a leftover of $627.28. There we go. So that balance forward, I'm going to write here in Paycheck 4, $627.28, which means I did not have to transfer money from savings to cover because this check kind of popped up and took care of that. And now we're going to add the salary, because even though tomorrow is the 30th when I'm doing this, I see the pending deposit, and this is going to give me the actual of what Paycheck 4 is, and then how much to put into savings, and only balance forward. I'm not even on screen, I'm sorry. And balance forward this amount here from Paycheck 3 to Paycheck 1 of July. I want this sitting in the checking account, so when Sunday comes, tithing can be drawn out and it won't interfere with July's budget. So that's just kind of what I need to pay attention to. There we go. $627.28 plus the $2,552.36, which is my husband's regular salary check every other Friday, gives us a total of $3,179.64. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that up here, and then we're going to have a total. So I think, no, we'll just leave it going across. I don't need to add all those numbers. So I'm going to take the Roth IRA out, which I do every paycheck period. And I'm going to take out the $70 that I know we're going to pay for tomorrow for Dr. Adele for our chiropractor. All right, here is the number. $2,938.64, but that's not the number I'm putting into savings. When I'm putting into savings, I have to leave this amount in the checking account, so I'm going to take out the $256 for the tithing, and I'm going to transfer into savings $2,682.64. That is what I'm going to do tomorrow when all the money transfers start happening. A lot of money moves tomorrow off camera. I always lay my stickers ahead of time, so sometimes they don't work out in the end the way I plan it. So these totals right here are $2,923.64. Okay. And I want to take the $3,179, excuse me, and 64 cents minus the $2,923.64, and that gives me the $256 that is being balanced forward over. Okay, I did my math right. Feels so much better now. So total actual savings for this month was $2,682.64. Kind of sad that not all of this 927 went over, plus more, but it's still more than the salary check that actually came in. So we did have a surplus this month by the end of the month after putting everything together. So that closes out the month of June, guys. Whew, that's good news. So I'm really glad that we can put that in the savings. That's more than the $1,800 that we actually spent back in April because we knew this check was coming, and I used the savings to pay for it. So let's see, the 2682 minus 1,800. I know I didn't do all the numbers, but roughly $882 still went over, in addition to paying back what we spent back in April. So I'm happy with that. That makes me very happy right there. I'm very happy with that. So that is exciting. We've got the income, we've got the bills. Everything's taken care of. June is going to close out at a zero balance. I probably won't actually do all the zeroing out until all the income is in the account, because the interesting thing is my husband, I think I said earlier, the first of the month falls on a Saturday. So the first of the month paychecks actually will be here, as well as my husband's paycheck. So I can do all that transfer here and not go to zero in my checking account, but still have a zero base budget for the month of June and already have the first of the month July checks there. So that works out just fine. I don't need this note or reminder. I was worried I was going to forget that. So weekly check-in, done, paid for, everything's good. Paycheck 3, done, paid for. Everything's good there. Paycheck 4 will happen tomorrow, but it was a very one-day, one-off, simple. I can write it all down and it'll be fine. I know my numbers, and we are good to start July. I'm going to start July on the 30th of June for spending, just because it just made it easier that way. And I've already set up my July budget here. I will get that video up to you, and I've already put in my calendar here. I wrote June 30th because I run a Friday to Thursday budget, weekly budget or weekly check-in. So all the way down, and we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a few days here. I'm not sure what how I'm going to work that. So we'll worry about that in July. July is going to be a little crazy. It's going to be a little crazy. I do know that much. We have vacation days here, and then my husband and one of my youngest son is going to be home, but me and my oldest son are going to be out of town for an entire week, and maybe even a little longer depending on how tired I am and wanting to drive. So, but I am driving, leaving my husband and son home for North Carolina, where I grew up and where my parents are, and we're going to GalaxyCon. If you're interested in a budget for GalaxyCon, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you know what GalaxyCon is, or any con where you go meet and greet celebrities. Do you do those kind of things and get autographs and all the things? They are so much fun. They're addicting. I've been doing them for a few years now, and oh my gosh, it's like the best time ever. And I'm super excited. I just saw they had added 2 new people. They're older. I'm aging myself here, but Christopher Lloyd, who is Doc Brown in Back to the Future, and we're going to need a bigger boat, is the quote. So that is Richard Dreyfuss, I think is his name, and he was in the Jaws series, but he did hundreds of other movies and things and stuff, and I can't wait to see him. And my son has a long list of people he wants to see. There are a lot cooler actors than those two going to be there. It's a very Star Trek heavy year, so I imagine there's going to be a lot of Trekkies there. So we're going to have a lot of fun. And so as far as videos, I may get up to weekly check-ins, and I may just, like, when I get to do a weekly check-in, then I will check in for the entire amount. They may be spread out a little bit. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to try to film. But I will be out of town, so I'm going to probably do it on the 7th and the 21st for weekly check-ins, and any of the dates before that will be what I actually put in here. So we will wait and see. Yeah, that's what we have going on right now. I'll try to post some videos and some shorts of us being out and about, meeting people and things at GalaxyCon. and I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
Shut the door. You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day